Hey everybody, welcome back to Nicsminibikes. If you haven't yet, hit that link down in the description. Go check out our merchandise. We got shirts, hats, and hoodies, all kinds of good stuff. So go check that out. Make sure you pick something up. And if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free for you and it helps us out a lot. So today we're back on our B200RSV, and I'm pretty excited for this one. I've been waiting for this part for a little while, and it showed up yesterday. So what we got today is a Brad Hill gas tank. I ordered this tank and it took about a month to get here. You hear that and you think, Jesus Christ, that's freaking a long time. But we're all spoiled with Amazon and even Go Power Sports. They might take a week or two to get you your parts, but we're all spoiled. Brad Hill makes these one at a time. He's a one-man show. It's just going to take a little bit more time than what everybody wants because we're all spoiled with Amazon and everybody else gets your parts in less than a week. But they're not making anything as nice as this, and they're just pulling parts off the shelf and sending them to you. You order these, he makes them after you order them, and there might be a few tanks in front of you before he even gets started on your tank. So when you order something like this that's handmade by one guy, I don't know what his shop looks like. Is he doing it in his garage or whatever? I don't know, but he's a one-man show. So you're going to wait. That's just how it goes. So that's enough of that. Come along for the ride, and let's get this tank put in the frame here. Alright, so first thing we'll do, we'll get this fuel line unhooked. Just disconnect it from the carburetor here. And I like to just put a bolt through and clamp it down. Then on the back of the tank we have one bolt. And then on the front we have two. Now that tank should just pull right off. Won't pull through with this clamp on there, so we're just going to have to make a quick little mess. And that's how easy that is to get that tank off. Get our mounting brackets taken off here. Now we can kind of just test fit this into place. Cap's got to come off. Maybe from this side? I'm going to pull that exhaust off. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Man, that's a tight fit. I'm gonna do this top mount first. It actually looks like the seat needs to come off. So the seat will come off with two 8mm bolts on the back. And then it just slides back and lifts up. I'm gonna start with our top plate here. Let's put the cap back on to keep stuff out. So now we can get these side covers off. I still have the wiring in here for my headlights, so let's get that taken out of there, because it's just taking up a lot of space I don't need. So I'm trying to get these separated here to two different wiring harnesses. So there's that. I need this plug here. Just gonna keep ripping on it and isolating the wires I need. Kind of want to keep the boots, but I might not be able to. The plug with the red wire can go. That's for the headlight. So we'll just cut it off. And I'll snip these here. There's that out of the way. That headlight wire out of the way. Headlight probably will be coming off. And all I got left here is my kill switch wiring. I'm going to cut this and solder them back together. So got that nasty little piece out of there. Now I can put these two back together. So I decided that these by themselves are more than enough wiring for what I need. I don't want to add this extra length in there. So I'm going to cut this one, and I'm going to put one of these ends on there. So just swap these out. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you right back. All right, we got that wired in. Hopefully I used the right one. Yeah, it looks like it. It'll plug back together like so, and we got our wire in there. easy to disconnect in case we need to. So this part's going to kind of be hard for me to show you, but we're ready to put this plate in there. And it sits right in there. Then we just get our mounting bolts in. Now we'll just get those snugged up. It is aluminum, so we're not going to crank on it. And we'll get the top snugged up. Now we'll get our outlet screwed in. So we got that tank in there. We got it tightened down, top and front. We got our exhaust put back on. Put our spark plug boot back on. It's our kill switch wiring. We're going to go behind here, down and out. And then we can just plug that in. And I'll have to get that ground behind that wire because we lost the gas tank spot. No big deal. That wire is nice and tucked in. So I need to pick up some fuel line. I'm going to do a black line down here. I need a shut off and a filter because there's no filter on this tank. And I haven't shown you the other side of this tank yet, but I had Brad put a bung here and a bung here so I can thread in 2 barbs and a clear hose and have like a sight glass to see how much gas we have left. So I'm going to run to a buddy's house. He sells stuff like that. He's Swags Custom Minis on Facebook. Dude builds some awesome bikes. They always come out really nice. Yeah, go check him out on Facebook, Swags Custom Minis. But I think we're at a stopping point here until I get those fuel line parts. So I'm going to get all this put away and head over there and get that stuff. And we'll get home and finish installing this tank. I went ahead and dropped the tank, and this is why I couldn't thread these in with the tank mounted because it was hitting this bar. So we took the tank down. We'll get these threaded in and we'll get it remounted, get our fuel line ran, and it'll be good. Picked up some Permatex seal and lock. I think it's fuel resistant, not entirely sure, but we'll get a little bit on there and get it threaded on. We'll just snug this up. Bottom one will point up, the other one will point down. Got some thread seal and lock on that one and put it in the top. Then I got a piece of clear fuel line. See how long we need it. Got a cut. Got 2 hose clamps. And just that on there like that. Now we're ready to remount this tank. Got some blue thread locker for this. All right, you can see down in there the mounting bolts. We got those Loctited in. We got the tops Loctited in. We get all 3 hose barbs sealed and locked in. Let's get some fuel line ran. Now for me, I'm not a big fan of no hose clamps. I just think everything should have a hose clamp. So I got some hose here. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this hose or not. It's kind of flimsy. There's no fuel filter in this tank, so we're going to add a fuel filter and of course some hose clamps. Imagine you cannot see what I'm doing, so let's bring it down. So here's that bottom fitting. It's sealed in place too. So we got one hose clamp done. This one will hold us to the tank. Put it on all the way, and we'll hose clamp it. Got no fuel shut off, so we're gonna add this one. That hose actually bites around these barbs really good. I'm pretty sure we do not need a hose clamp, but I'm doing it anyway. I want this out here in the open. We're gonna cut it about right there. Bottom it out on the fuel filter and hose clamp it there. My last little piece will go from the carburetor here to the shut off with, you guessed it, hose clamps. Get this air filter off, it'll help me out. And there's our fuel line ran. Yeah, I don't like the floppiness of this fuel line, so it'll probably get changed out, but it's good for now. Get our air filter put back on here, and that's that. So let's not forget to hook up our kill switch ground. Get our 2 side panels put back on. Get our seat put back on. Before I forget completely, I'll tighten up this exhaust. And that's it. That's a Brad Hill gas tank installed on a Coleman B200RSV. It looks good in there. I like the way it takes up as much of that space as possible. Fuel lines are iffy. Probably going to replace most of it. Even the one I use for the sight glass is a little big, but that's okay. This will work for now. So this is the part that I'm most excited for, is that gauge right there. The only gas I got is what's in the tank that came off the bike, so we'll just get it going in there. We'll just leave that there and let that drain for a little bit, and then I'll bring you back once it's in the sight glass. Coming up in the sight glass right there. So that's all the gas I have on hand at the moment, but it's enough for us to make sure we don't have a leak here or on the bottom, and we see how that works. As that tank fills up, this will follow the level in the tank, and we'll know if we're full or not. So that's going to do it for this episode of Nick's Mini Bikes. Took that stock tank off, put the Brad Hill B200RSV tank in there, and it fits perfect. I asked him to do the bungs on the side so I can do that little fuel sight glass. No problem, he said. Just got it on there without batting an eye, and it looks good. I really like it. The gas cap, it is vented. Got to have a vent, going to lock up and not flow fuel down to the carburetor. Wish I had a little bit more gas to put in there, but I don't right now. I'll have to go get some, but I'm glad there was enough to get that fuel up in the hose on the side here. And I don't know if he does, but I would imagine he pressure checks these before he sends them out, because you don't want to send one of these out with a pinhole and have leaks, because that's just a bad day for everybody involved. So I imagine he pressure checks them. I don't know for sure. Maybe he'll see this video and he'll comment down below if he pressure checks them or not. But if it's in there good, I'm happy with it. Capacity, I don't know. I don't know what the capacity is. At least a gallon probably. So if you haven't yet, hit that link down in the description. Go get you some merchandise. We got hats, shirts, hoodies, bags, all kinds of cool stuff there. And if you find yourself here often watching my videos and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down in the bottom. Doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us out. Other than that, make sure you like, share, and comment, and we'll catch you on the next one.